Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a duo of MCs by the name of the Famous Twins. Now, the Famous Twins I've talked about in the past. They're in this high-profile case in Mobile, Alabama, where their father lost his life, and there was a lot of controversy around that, I'll say, man. Now, since then, it seems like they've been back to building their career as rappers, as well as Instagram influencers or TikTok influencers as well. I think their biggest following is actually on TikTok, where they hold over 1 million followers, man. So they're doing their thing on the social media side of the game. Well, it seems like they've got themselves involved in another high-profile case where they both got arrested for a shooting that was allegedly carried out on social media. And the rumor around it is saying that the shooting took place on a live stream that was orchestrated by the Famous Twins. Now, none of this has been confirmed, but this is a hunch that the police in the local area believe about this, and the story is just that interesting. Now, before we break down the specifics and get to everything in these clips, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about the Famous Twins, man. Mobile, Alabama rap duo blowing up on TikTok and apparently caught up in another scandal. Now, according to news sources, they were arrested due to a shooting that took place in their hometown of Mobile, Alabama. Now, on the local news, they had a headline that came out about the story, and it said, Martree Park shooting was intentionally live streamed. So this was coming from the MPD. Now, there was another headline that I saw about this story as well, and it said this: TikTok's Famous Twins arrested for allegedly opening fire in Mobile Park in live streamed incident. Now, in the local news story, they talk in detail about how there was a shooting that took place, and man, let's just kick it off. So it starts off by saying, we're learning more about Thursday's shooting at Martree Park that injured 2 people, including a teenager. Police arrested a set of twins who they said both fired shots during the altercation. Now, stop right there. So how in the world, so they both just showed up? Who's filming? If they were live streaming it, like who would put, number one, who would put this on live stream? Like who would openly commit a crime and put it on live stream? That makes it hard to believe that they were behind the live stream, but crazier things have happened. Now, let's check this clip from the local Fox News affiliate there in Mobile and see what they had to say about the situation.
I'll be completely frank with you. I'm disgusted by it.
Chief Paul Prine referring to social media video of Thursday's shooting here at Martree Park. Police say twins Ali and Consuela Jones are responsible. The two, who are known on social media as the Famous Twins, have over 1 million followers on TikTok.
Now, as you heard in the news clip there, it seems like the Famous Twins, aka Ali and Consuela Jones, were caught on the live stream allegedly carrying out this shooting. And the police chief was talking about the fact that he was disturbed by the whole ordeal. I mean, I'm still scratching my head on the fact that this might have been planned and carried out on a live stream. Like, is Clout that serious to where somebody would carry out a shooting just to get some likes and some views? Hopefully not, man. And hopefully that wasn't the plan. And I'm not suggesting it was, but it looks like that's what the police believe at this time. Now, the story continues, and man, let's actually play this other news clip.
And they were shooting off that way, heading towards the Tillman's Corner.
In the live stream, you see a woman firing 7 shots while people run away screaming. A 16-year-old girl and a woman were both hit but are expected to be okay. Chief Prine says there could be a motive to the filming of that shooting.
I think it's important to note that maybe in that particular incident that the video was intentional and it was to gain attention.
Now, in that short clip, they talked about several things. They talked about the fact that they have the live stream and they could visibly see a lady shooting and firing onto the people who ended up being the victims. And in this case, there were 2 victims in this situation, allegedly, right? So on top of that, they believe that this was pretty much done for clout. You know, and however you want to stress the word clout, the police chief said that this was done to be put on social media. And that's crazy to even think about. I mean, this is a first. Like, there's been many a times where rappers have done wild things. They've gone to social media and talked about things that they didn't need to talk about, you know, that got them hemmed up, or they've actually been caught on social media by somebody else filming. But for somebody to film themselves carrying out a crime just for the likes and clicks and the views, That's a wild accusation, and I'm not making it. I'm just saying that's how they feel this was done, or the reason that it was done, I should say. Now let's check out this last clip before we break this down and really talk about what it's looking like for the famous twins in the future.
Police say the shooting happened after a fight in the park. The twins are charged with assault. Now, as the investigation continues into what led to the fight, Prine says that video has already played a huge role.
It seems like, especially with the younger generation, that they solicit some type of following or gathering, if you will, from these types of incidences.
Now, in that clip, they also talked about the fact that the two twins have now been charged with assault and have been arrested. Now, I'm not sure if they're still in custody, but it does look like they're going to be coming up with a court date this week. So they're going to have to go to court this week. I'm not sure if at that court date is where they're going to set their bond or whatnot, but this is wild, man. Let's be real. Like, influencers with over 1 million followers getting caught for shootings and stuff like that, you know, and the way that TikTok is working, I think they pay their influencers after a certain amount of followers. So I'm not sure how much money that is or how it works, but a million is a million. That's a lot of eyes following you on your profile, man. So it seemed like they were working the social media game right. But what they seem to do, man, in each of these cases is, you know, it seems like they get caught up in situations that they should probably stay away from. Now, I'm not alluding to the fact that I think that they're guilty or even alleging that they are. I'm just saying that with that type of following, you would think they would be more practical about their environment going forward, you know, as far as their career is concerned. Now, for those of you who don't know, the famous twins were affiliated with Honeykomb Brazy prior to him getting locked up. In his famous Say Cheese interview where he talked about the different shootings and what was going on in the hometown of Mobile, they were in the background, and some of them you can actually see in the filming of that Say Cheese interview. So, I mean, they've been around people in the rap game. They obviously had some type of understanding about influence, but this is just a bad look all around if it's for real, that they literally live streamed a shooting while they were in the middle of carrying out the shooting. And the good part about, you know, in those clips that they touched on are the two people who were the alleged victims in this situation are going to be all right, man. They didn't receive any critical wounds or anything that's going to, you know, have them fighting for their life or something like that. Now, there was a lot of shots that were let off, and it sounds like they have actual video evidence of what took place. So we'll see how this pans out, man, how this plays out in the future. But as of now, it looks like the famous twins, they're going to be having a fight on their hands again after being arrested once again, or at least for one of them being arrested again after being arrested not too long ago, man. But what do you guys think, man? Do you think this is true? Do you think they could have possibly been out here shooting on a live stream for clout? Or do you think that that's just doesn't sound likely, because who in the world would do that, man? Especially when they know they have over 1 million followers, and shooting at somebody is a crime, no matter if you're in a fight or what, man. Well, let's clean that up, because there are situations where you can get into a physical altercation and you have to protect yourself with firearms, but I'm no specialist on that, and I don't pretend to be. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell, so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.